In the modern world, an energy project can turn into a haunted legacy. On a fateful night in 1986, time stopped in a small Ukrainian town. The sky turned into a radioactive doom. This is not just a story, it's a nuclear curse that reshaped Europe forever. Welcome to Attention, the channel that tells untold stories. Tonight, we unfold the greatest nuclear disaster in human history, Chernobyl. But before we dive in, smash that like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our real, chilling stories. Everything began just after midnight on April 26, 1986. Engineers at Reactor 4 of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant were performing a routine safety test to check how long the turbines could run without electricity. But routine in nuclear power doesn't mean safe. That night, protocols were violated, safety systems disabled, and control rods removed, leading to a sudden surge in reactor power and a massive steam explosion that tore off the top of the 1,000-ton vessel. Nuclear destruction had begun. Radioactive material streamed into the air, while black plumes blanketed the nearby city of Pripyat, home to nearly 50,000 people. Soviet authorities, in a catastrophic cover-up, said nothing. Residents went out on their balconies the next morning, oblivious to the lethal cloud rising above them. Firefighters were the first responders. Unknown to them, they were actually combating a radiation fire. Armed only with firefighting gear, no radioactive shields, many succumbed quickly to acute radiation syndrome. Their bodies burned from the inside, blood clotted, and skin sloughed off. Some never made it past a few weeks. Reactor 4, lacking a containment structure like Western reactors, released radiation estimated at 400 times Hiroshima's bomb. The radioactive cloud drifted across 13 countries: Ukraine, Belarus, Russia, Sweden, and Germany. The world, really took notice only when a Swedish monitoring station detected abnormal radiation levels. Soviet officials scrambled to regain control, but the scope was just beyond containment. Evacuations began over 36 hours after the explosions, way too late. Within a few days, over 200,000 people were displaced. 500,000 volunteers, known as liquidators, raced to clean up the site, with some suffering fatal consequences, yet their names remain largely unknown. And here are 10 shocking facts about Chernobyl that will change how you see this disaster forever. The RBMK reactor had no containment dome, making the explosion catastrophic and unbridled. The first blow wasn't nuclear, the second was, but the radiation release was massive and deadly. The radioactive cloud traveled across 13 European nations, contaminating food, water, and soil. Over 5,000 cases of thyroid cancer in children and teens were confirmed, mostly due to contaminated milk. A nearby forest turned into a red forest, with trees dying instantly from radiation absorption. Choppers dropped sand, boron, and lead into the reactor to smother the reaction. The new confinement structure, completed in 2016, cost over 1.5 billion euros and is designed to last 100 years. Pripyat remains a ghost town, and now a dark tourism destination for horror history fans. So, estimates actually vary quite a bit, ranging from 4,000 to as many as 60,000 long-term radiation deaths across Europe. In 2022, combat near the reactor during the Ukraine conflict, it really rekindled fears of another Chernobyl. Even today, 35 years later, the impact of Chernobyl is alive, in the soil, in the bodies, and in memories. Children born to survivors, PTSD, alcoholism, and the stigma of disappearing towns. Chernobyl wasn't just a reactor meltdown. It shattered trust, exposed deceit, and revealed what happens when power courts secrecy. This disaster forever changed the nuclear narrative. It shifted global energy policies, fueled anti-nuclear movements across Europe, and taught the world that unchecked technology is a weapon. Our duty is to remember, for the world that forgets, disaster repeats itself. If this video moved you, hit like, subscribe to Attention, and ring the bell so you never miss our real-life stories from the dark side of human history. So, answer the question, do you think the world learned from Chernobyl, or are disasters doomed to repeat? Drop your thoughts in the comments and always stay on Attention.